These are the stories
My little girl, she's changing lives just by being herself.
of organizations and people making a difference.
When you first tell someone about adaptive wheelchair boxing, it doesn't sound real.
And empowering others
It saved my life. It saved my life.
across Canada
I scored my first goal in my first blind hockey game.
in our community.
The Shine Foundation is a national charity. Our goal is to work with kids between the ages of 11 and 21 living with a severe physical disability, and we work with them to change their mindset from I can't to I can and stop seeing their disability as the first thing. My name is Tiffany Houston. I'm the CEO of Shine Foundation. Either they are born with their disability, things like cerebral palsy or spina bifida, blindness, deafness, or we also work with a group of kids who have had a traumatic accident and they become either a paraplegic or a quadriplegic. We work with referrals from across the country. We work with occupational therapists, physical therapists, doctors, nurses, family doctors. They come to us with the kids that they think would qualify for a dream. A dream is really as imaginative as their minds are.
I'm Drew Hunegard, and I had a dream through the Shine Foundation. I went to Toronto to watch Boston Bruins, my favorite team, versus Toronto Maple Leafs in an NHL game. I first got introduced to Shine in the hospital when I was explained to it the meaning behind it and how they give people a dream. And I picked an NHL game because I've always been a huge fan of hockey, and I just love the Boston Bruins, and I've been dying to watch them play, so I chose that.
Drew had an accident when he was 14. He had an ATV accident with his best friend, and at 14, all of a sudden, he's now dealing with how do I live as a disabled teenager?
I'm 17 years old now, and I was 14 when I had the accident. Just one split second, just don't remember what happened. I just woke up in the ditch. I always just thought of it as a blessing that I'm still alive. So I got the alive, and then not long ago, I got the date of the crash because it means a lot to me. I always have my friends and family over on this date to kind of celebrate life.
Hi, I'm Ange. I'm Drew's mom. Drew is, he's fun-loving. He's a teenager, so of course has some fun teenage qualities. He's got a great sense of humor. He likes to goof around, likes to have fun. He seems to be the life of the party in most cases. Keeps our family on our toes, that's for sure.
They have to think about the impact of what a dream does. So that's why our kids are 11 to 21, because around the age of 11, you understand cause and effect and impact. So we talk to them, even if it's as simple as I want to take a trip to, we ask them why. What does that mean to you? And they really think about it. It could be a trajectory into their future. It could be something that they want, and eventually it ends up being a career move, or it's a time for them to spend with family where they're away from doctors, they're away from their physiotherapy.
I had to think a little bit about it, but I was pretty certain on a hockey game. I've always loved hockey since I was just a little boy. Just always loved it my whole life, so just kind of knew right away. I've lived in Stratford, but I've always been a Boston fan. My dad was, my older brother is. It's just been going through the family. Been handed down a lot, yeah.
He lives in a rural city, and he's the only kid there in a wheelchair. So for him, he wanted to really go to Toronto to see how he could push himself and kind of blend in. He wanted to just be like everybody else, and realized when he was in Toronto wheeling himself around, nobody was staring at him. Nobody cared. They just saw him as another person. And that was really the impact for him, was being able to see how far he could push himself.
Yes, going to Toronto to see the Boston Bruins play hockey was certainly what we planned the dream around. It was nice and local. Everything was close by. It was very super accessible for everything. The small town we're from isn't as accessible always. Drew was able to bring his friend Zach, and Zach was around when Drew had his accident, so it was a really great trip for them to be able to be together, have some fun time.
Well, I didn't get told about some stuff we were doing. Mom kept it a surprise. But I got to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame, touch the Stanley Cup. It was amazing. It was a pretty tight game. It went to overtime, and of course Boston won in the overtime, and it was a great night.
Our initial conversations around Shine were, dream big. It's hard to dream that big when especially you don't know how you're going to move around and how you're going to get around.
I went on the trip to Toronto with my mom and my friend that I was with when the crash happened, and he's always been by my side through it all. Toronto was like a rough patch for me because all I could really think about was being in the hospital and all like the tough times I've been through there. So it was also nice getting a better look on Toronto. It was pretty accessible for me, which was really good.
I'm always up for whatever to try and just make things more fun, easier, something to look forward to. It was nice just to have everything super easy. Drew being able to bring his friend was just a really great thing for their relationship. After being through something really traumatic, I think it was really good that they made some really good memories together and had lots of fun.
It was really nice because last memory I really have with him is the crash. So it was nice to kind of make new, better memories with him. The best takeaway was probably how fast I had a smile on my face at the game. This was my big chain for at the game. I just had to show my support, let everyone know. We got the jersey I got gifted. It's a bit dirty. Best player. Oh, I've won it a lot through the whole rest of the season last year for Boston Bruins. And it's a signed Charlie McAvoy puck. And I got gifted this from Shine.
The process of Shine setting everything up and putting everything together is really it's a dream for a parent that is used to scheduling and prioritizing and packing and functioning and booking seats, and just having that done it was a relief. It was just kind of magical. Just to be able to show up and just enjoy.
This experience gave me a lot more confidence and not to like worry about what people think of me and how I look. I think people kind of realize I'm still the old me, and if I meet new people, they'll know the real me.
Our Community will return after the break. We now return to Our Community.
Hi, I'm Aisha, the author of The Girl Who Flew.
I'm Nadia. I'm Aisha's mom.
I'm 12, and I live in Windsor, Ontario.
Aisha was born with cerebral palsy. She's a big advocate for herself and other kids with disability. She's funny and outgoing, and she wanted to write a book.
It's a sweet children's book named The Girl Who Flew. It's about a girl who left her home at the age 4 and came back after several years. It's a book about memories and family and the love of your family, and that home will never leave you no matter where you are.
Her dream is to have that book in libraries across the country. She wants all sorts of kids to read her story and understand that she can accomplish anything.
First, it was just a school assignment, but then I started to like it, so I started getting interested in it because it reminded me of home in Karachi, Pakistan. I've written some books but never published them because they were weird books out of my childish mind. It started with my mom.
So I saw this book piece that Aisha wrote for her school assignment, and I felt that it was a very good piece of writing. And I shared with my friends and family, and they thought the same thing, that it has like something new and some new perspective. So I thought, like, why not see if somebody would be interested in publishing the book?
They are incredible kids. I always say I get way more out of my job than I could ever give back in a dream, because I learn about perseverance and courage and tenacity and strength from them. They're incredible. So once our donors read our stories and really understand what a dream and the impact it has, they come back year after year.
I'm Miss Wessel. That's how Aisha's known me her whole life. But my name is Winifred, but they call me Winnie. So she likes to make fun, Winnie the Pooh, which is fine. I've known Aisha since kindergarten till last year, grade 8, graduation. I'm an educational assistant. So I work with special needs.
She became so confident, and Miss Wessel was one of the key factors who pushed her forward, brought out the best in her.
The teachers gave the assignment that you had to write a children's book, picture book.
she just like took off. It's like, what's your idea? I'm thinking. And then all of a sudden she was like, this is what I want to write about.
Action books, romantic books. I like books that mash them all together, so I have a piece of everything.
They wanted to fulfill Aisha's dream. Then I contacted them and I asked them what sort of a dream they would like to fulfill for Aisha. And they said it could be anything. I'm not pretty sure what's gonna happen, but I feel it's just making me more nervous, and I'm sure Aisha is super nervous as well. I feel all these years I wanted to see Aisha to achieve something, to give her that confidence back that she can do something, she can make an impact out there. And I believe this is one step forward towards that.
Shine Foundation was founded in 1987, and it was found by a London, Ontario police officer whose son passed away of muscular dystrophy. And he really wanted to leave a legacy for his son that would show other young people similar struggles to his son, that they had an opportunity to shine a light on a possibility and a dream. And over 36 years later, we've changed the lives of 8,900 kids across Canada. Each of our dreamers has a family and friends and a community and doctors and nurses and therapists that also are affected by a dream. So the ripple effect of a dream affects way more than just one person.
Hi, my name is Taylor Lindsay Noel, and when I was 19 years old, I got to experience a Shine dream, and it really did change my life. When I was 14 years old, I was a Canadian national gymnast. Everything in my life changed when I was attempting a skill that I didn't know has never been done before in the world, and I was asked and pressured to do it by my coach. And the second attempt of that skill, I ended up landing headfirst, breaking my neck, and ultimately severing my spinal cord, which left me paralyzed from the chest down and changed my life forever. It took me a little while to figure out which dream I wanted to pursue. I have so many different interests, but ultimately we all came to the decision that the best dream for me would be to meet Ryan Seacrest. I have always had a fascination and love of media production, and especially hosting, so the opportunity to meet someone who truly is a leader in that field was something that I couldn't pass up. And so I got the opportunity to fly out to Vegas to the iHeartRadio Music Festival, which he was hosting, with myself, my mom, and two of my cousins. And we got to go behind the scenes, see what the production of the show was like, and ultimately meet Ryan Seacrest. And he was extremely kind, very encouraging of my dreams and aspirations, and really just affirmed to me that that was a field that I really wanted to work in and be a part of, and it helped to set me on the right track for everything that came afterwards. I remember when I was thinking of wanting to meet Ryan Seacrest, I didn't know if that was something that was even attainable, so I thought that if I suggested it, that it would maybe get shot down. So I had a couple backups in mind, but when I presented the idea, they were all like, yes, absolutely, let's make it happen. They hit the ground running, and a couple of months later, I was meeting Ryan Seacrest. I'm really excited to be the newest board member for Shine Foundation. I think that it's extremely full circle. I love the opportunity to be able to share how my experiences having a dream has been pivotal in my life, and seeing that come to fruition for so many children after me.
On the board, Taylor will be working with the other board members across the country to amplify our voice, to be a voice for us, not only just on the board side, but also someone with lived experience. We always want to make sure that our dreamers have the opportunity to share their journey and help other kids to dream big and shine a light on what possibilities are out there.
I believe that this is one of the greatest things that could happen to somebody with a disability, because we so often don't get to or think that we can fulfill all of our dreams. And I think that having people who support you and are really advocating to making sure that your passions and things that you're really looking forward to in life come to fruition is so important. So in any way that I'm able to contribute to fulfilling other young people's dreams is just really exciting for me.
Our Community will return after the break. We now return to Our Community.
With our dreams, we like to do reveals.
I'm going to a bookstore to represent my book. I am scared, very, very scared, because I've never actually published a book. So that is why I'm very scared to see if it looks good or not, and if children will buy it or not.
She hadn't seen it. She had worked with us about what the cover should look like, what she wanted it to look like. She did a drawing. That was the first time she was seeing it. So we came today to the Storyteller's Bookstore because this is part of your Shine Dream. And we're here to unveil the cover of your almost published very first novel, The Girl Who Flew.
She's a confident person, but she doesn't show it.
She's a huge advocate for herself, and she just wants other kids like her, as she puts it, to understand that they can be anything they want to be. So we believe this, though, is the very start of all your dreams come true, because we think at Shine that you are going to continue to be an amazing writer and continue sharing your story about yourself and advocating for you and other kids with disabilities across the world. So we're so proud of you. Are you ready to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you want my help, or can you do it?
How do you open it?
Just rip it. You ready? Do you want me to help you? I'm going to take this part off for you.
You just rip it?
Just rip it.
Oh.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Oh.
And what does it say on the bottom? We didn't talk about this today. What is that?
Little warrior princess.
Do you want to tell them what that means?
That is me.
That's your pen name.
I go by the pen name Little Warrior Princess because I've always been a warrior, you know? Fighting against people to get what I want and to fit in.
So congratulations on your dream come true.
Thank you.
I think it's always been in her. She just didn't know it was there. And then when she wrote that child's book, and then this happened, it's probably like, ooh, this could be wonderful. Because she has a lot to say.
I was really nervous, but I was somewhat happy with my experience, and they made my dream come true. And I really liked the cover of it. It's a little plane flying to my home.
They have made her feel empowered. They have made her feel that she can make a difference.
The conversation we have with them is, how will this impact you in the future? We really want them to change their mindset from I can't to I can. A dream is not a typical. A dream is something that could change the trajectory of their life. But a lot of the dreams are career driven as well. So they want to publish. They want to be like Taylor. Taylor wanted to do entertainment. We've had them, they want to do Broadway. They want to act. They want to record. There is one dream that sticks with me, and it was a young girl, and she had severe dwarfism. And all she wanted was, when she went to do her interviews, I think she was 18, when she went to do her interviews, she wanted to have shoes that weren't from a kid's store. So we created customized shoes for her, a pair of pumps, a pair of flats, and a pair of boots, just so she had the confidence to walk into an interview and feel like she was a grown-up.
When I returned from the trip, it felt like a whirlwind, but I just felt really energized to continue to pursue my passion for media production, really work hard in university, where I got a Bachelor of Arts degree in radio and television production, and just really forge my own path. Today, I am 30 years old. I am the founder and CEO of Cup of Tea, which is a loose leaf and tea bag company now. It's something that I really love to do, and I started it after I had my podcast and I wanted to create my own business. So we've been running the business for about 6 years. And I am also a TikTok and Instagram influencer, specializing in my niche being disability and accessibility advocacy. It's something I'm really, really passionate about, because I want to continue to break down stereotypes when it comes to what it looks like to live a life with a disability. And it's allowed me to enter different rooms and have really difficult conversations with so many people around the world. I have over 240,000 followers collectively, throughout my accounts, and I get to create content and just make what I feel like is a positive change for the community. And it just feels like a passion project that gets better and better every single year.
After the dream, I've seen Drew really, I mean, his confidence is there. He certainly can put himself out there. When we got back from the trip, it was, everybody was asking him how it was, what was up. A lot of his friends who were going away on other big trips at the time. And Drew didn't really have a lot to contribute to the conversation. So for this, he did. He was able to talk about all the fun he had, all the things he saw, all the things he did, and the fun people we met along the way. So it was a really great experience for him, for me to watch and see how it impacted him.
I started writing a book called Specially Able. It's gonna be about 5 children, each one having their different disability. Like someone is blind, someone is deaf, one can't walk. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now.
My dream for Shine would be to be a household name so that everybody knows what we are and everybody wants to change a life with us. And that, like I said, in 5 years, I want to be able to change a life every day and then just keep growing from there. That's my dream.
Director, Nick Appleton. Producers, Nick Appleton, Tyler Cameron. Camera, Nick Appleton, Max Vartanian, Declan Rolfe. Editor, Rod Christie. Sound, Mike Mearden. Audio post, Colin Caddies. Narrator, Mark Phoenix. Integrated Described Video Consultant, Ron Rickford. Supervising Producer, Jennifer Johnson. Content Development Specialist, Karen McGee. Director, Programming, Lizanne Gagne. Director, Content Development and Production, Kara Nye. Vice President, Content Development and Operations, John Melville. President and CEO, David Arrington. Copyright 2024, Accessible Media, Inc.
An AMI original production.